Level 1, ordinary civilian. You live in Medellin, you work at a bread shop, you wake up before the sun, you take the bus, you come home tired, you eat rice and beans, you watch the news with your mother. A name keeps coming up, Escobar. You don't know much about him yet, just a man from the barrios who got rich. Your neighborhood is poor but calm. You keep to yourself. You pray at church on Sundays. You walk your younger sister to school every morning. You hold her hand at the crosswalk. You notice the boys on the corner. They're your age. New shoes, gold chains. You look away. You walk faster. Your mother told you once. Eyes down, mouth shut. Get home safe. You listen. For now, you listen. Level 2, street runner. A cousin finds you first. He says it's easy money. Just deliver this bag to an address 3 blocks over. You ask what's inside. He laughs. Don't worry about it. You need the money. Your mother's hours got cut. The rent is late. You make the delivery. Nobody stops you. Nobody looks twice. You're just a kid with a bag. They hand you 20,000 pesos at the door. 20,000. Your father spent a full week at the factory for that. You go back the next day and the day after that. You stop asking what's in the bags. You already know. You just stop saying it out loud. You tell yourself it's temporary. You tell yourself you'll quit soon. Everyone at this level tells themselves that. Level 3, Sicario. You are not a runner anymore. You have proven something. You stayed quiet when the police stopped you. You didn't run when a rival crew started trouble on your block. You handled it. Someone noticed. Now you have a name and a photo. The photo is a man, middle-aged. He parks his car at the same market every Tuesday. You study the photo for a long time. You don't sleep well that night, but the next morning you do it anyway. You get paid more than you've ever seen in your life. You are feared now. People move out of your way on the street. That feels good for about a week. Then you realize something cold and simple. You are disposable. Completely and totally disposable. You are a tool. Tools get used, then tools get replaced. One mistake, one witness. One loose word to the wrong person. And your photo ends up in someone else's hand. Level 4, Plaza Boss. You control 6 blocks, maybe 8. You have runners under you, lookouts on every corner, a collection schedule that runs like a clock. Every shop owner on your street pays, the bakery pays, the pharmacy pays, the man who fixes motorcycles on the corner pays. If they don't pay, you remind them. You never raise your voice. You don't have to. You have real power now. Hundreds of people move because you tell them to. You drive a good car. You eat at nice restaurants. Your mother stopped asking where the money comes from. She just accepts it now. But here's what nobody tells you at this level. You can be removed in a single phone call. One call from above and you disappear. You have power over everyone below you and 0 power over anyone above. Level 5, Cartel Lieutenant. You sit in a room with maps on the walls. You are managing operations across 4 cities. You have corrupt police commanders on your phone. You have judges. You have city councilmen. You know their names, their kids' names, their habits. Some of them came to you. You didn't even have to look for them. That's how much power you carry. You negotiate with rival organizations over territory. You sit across the table from dangerous men and you pour coffee and you smile. You are calm. You are always calm, but the calm is a performance. Inside, you are calculating everything. Who is loyal? Who is scared? Who is ambitious enough to be a threat? You trust almost nobody. You sleep with a gun under your mattress. Your wife stopped asking you questions 2 years ago. Level 6, DEA Agent. You landed in Colombia with a suitcase and a badge. That was 3 years ago. The suitcase is still half unpacked. The badge feels heavier every month. You work 18-hour days, you build a case, you get close, you lose a source, you start over. You've watched colleagues get transferred home in flag-draped boxes. You've made deals with people you despise. You've looked the other way at crimes you can't prosecute because you needed the bigger fish. Your wife calls from home. You tell her it's going well. You tell her you're close. You've been saying that for a year. At night, you sit on the balcony of your apartment. You drink warm beer and stare at the city lights. Somewhere out there, he is eating dinner with his family. Completely untouchable. You wonder sometimes, not often, but sometimes, if any of this is winnable. Level 7. Mid-level cartel enforcer. You fly between cities now. Medellin, Cali, Bogota. You carry a briefcase. Inside, there is cash. Sometimes a lot of cash. You pass it to men in nice offices. Men with titles. Minister, director, commissioner. They take the briefcase without looking at you. You are beneath their notice. You are the hand they never have to shake publicly. You report back. The money moved. The problem went away. The charges got dropped. You are very good at this. You have no illusions about what you are. You are the grease in a very large machine. You don't ask what the machine is building. You already know. You get home from a trip and your daughter runs to the door. She's 5 years old. She doesn't know what you do. You pick her up. You hold her tight. You try not to think too much. Level 8, head of security for Escobar. You stand outside a door. Behind it, he's on the phone. You don't hear the conversation. You don't need to. Your job is simple. Nothing gets through that door that he didn't approve. No person, no threat, no piece of bad news without your filter first. You command 40 men. You rotate shifts. You check vehicles. You walk the perimeter twice a night. You are responsible for the life of the most wanted man on earth. The Colombian police want him. The American government wants him. Rival cartels want him dead. And somehow, every single day, you keep him breathing. When something goes wrong, and something always goes wrong, the blame falls on you. Not on him. Never on him. You accepted that condition a long time ago. It's the job. It's always just the job. Level 9, Cali Cartel boss. You are not Escobar. You want everyone to understand that. You wear a suit. You sit on a corporate board. You have a lawyer present at every meeting. You do not bomb buildings. You do not shoot politicians on the evening news. You are quiet, methodical. You've been operating for 20 years, and the Americans barely know your name. That is exactly how you want it. You control more cocaine than any organization on earth, but you control it like a bank controls money. Quietly, with paperwork, with patience. You look at Escobar, and you see a man who confused fear with power. Fear burns out. Power compounds. You are patient. You are invisible. You are winning. And then the Americans take Escobar down. And suddenly, every camera in the world turns toward Cali. Level 10. Pablo Escobar, you own a zoo. An actual zoo. Hippos, elephants, giraffes. You built it yourself on a private estate the size of a small country. You have a private airstrip. You have a submarine. You have more politicians in your pocket than most governments ever meet. You grew up with nothing. You remember exactly what that felt like. Hungry, invisible, unimportant. You are none of those things now. You are the most famous man in Colombia, the most wanted man on earth. You bombed a commercial airliner. You declared open war on the Colombian government, and the government flinched first. You believe you are doing all of this for the poor. You build soccer fields in the barrios. You hand out money in the streets. People cheer when you drive by. You believe the cheering. That is the thing about you that surprises everyone. You genuinely believe it. You think you are the hero. Level 11, informant. You are not famous. Nobody will ever know your name. That is the only reason you are still alive. You passed a piece of information to the wrong person, and now you are passing information to the DEA instead. You meet the Americans in parking garages, in the back rooms of restaurants. You tell them what you heard. You tell them where the meeting was. You tell them the route the shipment takes. You go home and you sit very still. You wait to see if anyone noticed. You do this every week. You don't sleep well. You don't eat much. You have a bag packed under your bed, a passport, some cash, your daughter's school photo. You've looked at that photo 100 times. You keep doing it anyway. You keep passing the information. because the alternative is worse. That's all it is. The alternative is just worse. Level 12. Journalist. You have a source inside the cartel. You have documents. You have photographs. You have enough to print a story that will blow everything open. Your editor tells you to wait, verify more, get a second source, you go back out, you get the second source, you write the story. The night before it goes to print, your phone rings. A voice you don't recognize. It's calm, almost polite. He tells you not to run the story. He knows your address, he knows your car, he knows which school your son attends, and what time the bell rings in the afternoon. You hang up, you sit at your desk. The story is right there on the screen. You know it's true. Every word. You know exactly what printing it could change, and you know exactly what it could cost. You stare at the screen for a long time. Level 13, the man who got out. You left 10 years ago. You told them you were sick. You said your lungs were failing. It was a lie, but they believed it. Or they let you go because you were no longer useful enough to bother with. You moved to a small city far north. You changed your last name. You got a job at a hardware store. You wake up every morning at 7. You make coffee. You read the paper. You watch the news sometimes. You see the name Escobar. You see the trials. You see the photographs of men you once knew being walked out of courthouses in handcuffs. You recognize their faces. You change the channel. Your neighbor waves at you from across the street. You wave back. He doesn't know your real name. He doesn't know where you've been. You keep it that way.